don't listen to this alone in the dark.
I'm standing behind the front desk of a roadside motel off a 2-lane highway. The kind of place people only stop at when they don't have another option. And it's my first night working the overnight shift. Just me, a flickering lamp behind the counter, and a row of room keys hanging on hooks that keep tapping against the wall every time the air vents kick on. The manager showed me everything before he left. How to check people in, where the breaker panel is, how to reset the cameras if they freeze. And before he walked out, he pointed at the board and told me room 12 is vacant and to keep it that way because it's being renovated. Then he laughed like it wasn't serious, grabbed his jacket, and left me alone with the hum of the soda machine and the low buzz of the neon vacancy sign outside. For the first hour, nothing happens. Just the quiet kind of night where you hear every little thing. The click of the clock on the wall, the soft rattle of the ice machine outside, and the distant sound of cars passing on the highway. And I keep checking the monitor behind me that shows the parking lot, the walkway, and the doors to each room. All of them dark except for the occasional headlights passing by. Around midnight, I hear footsteps outside, slow and steady on the gravel. And I look up at the monitor, expecting to see someone walking toward the office. But the walkway camera is empty. Just the dim yellow lights and the shadows of the railings stretching across the concrete. I step out from behind the desk and move closer to the screen, leaning in, trying to see if maybe the angle is off. But there's nothing there, and the footsteps stop the second I stop moving, like they were matching me, like they were waiting. I go back behind the counter and sit down, telling myself it's just the building settling, or maybe someone walked past too quickly to catch on the camera. But then I hear it again, slower this time, closer, and it doesn't sound like gravel anymore. It sounds like something dragging lightly across the ground. I turn my head toward the door, staring at the glass, waiting to see a shadow or a shape pass by. But nothing does, and the sound fades again like it was never there. I check the monitor again, and that's when I notice room 12. The light outside that door is on. I know it wasn't on before because the manager told me it was vacant, told me no one was supposed to be there, and I watched the monitor for almost an hour with nothing happening. But now the light above the door is glowing steady, casting a shadow across the walkway. I lean closer to the screen, squinting, trying to see if maybe someone checked in earlier and I missed it. But the parking lot camera shows no car in front of that room, no door opening, nothing. I grab the logbook on the counter and flip through the pages, checking the last few entries, and there's nothing for room 12. No check-in, no key taken, nothing written down. I look back at the monitor, and the door to room 12 is slightly open. Not wide, just enough to see a thin line of darkness inside. I feel my chest tighten, and I pick up the phone on the desk, thinking about calling the manager. But I stop, because I don't even know what I'd say. That a room that's supposed to be empty looks like it might not be. And there's no car, no person, nothing on the cameras. I stare at the screen for a few more seconds, and then I grab the spare key from the hook, the one labeled 12, and I tell myself I'm just going to walk over there and close the door, make sure nothing's wrong. When I step outside, the air feels colder than it did before, and the sound of the highway seems farther away, like it's been pushed back, and the gravel crunches under my shoes as I walk down the row toward the room. The light above the door flickers once as I get closer, and the door is still cracked open the same way, not moving, not swaying, just sitting there like it's waiting. I stop a few feet away and listen, holding my breath, trying to hear something from inside. But there's nothing, no movement, no sound at all. I reach out and push the door open slowly, and it swings inward with a soft creak. The room looks normal. Bed made, curtains drawn, the small table in the corner with the lamp turned off. Everything exactly like it should be, like no one has been there. I step inside and the air feels heavier. like it's harder to breathe, and I turn on the light. Nothing changes. I walk further in, checking the bathroom, pulling back the curtain, opening the closet, and there's nothing there. No one. No sign of anything being out of place. I stand in the middle of the room, looking around, trying to shake the feeling that something is off, that something isn't right, even though everything looks fine. Then I hear it. A soft sound behind me, like a breath. I turn around quickly, my heart jumping, but there's nothing there, just the open door and the walkway outside. I take a step back toward the door, and I hear it again, closer this time, right behind me. "Hello?" My voice sounds too loud in the room, like it doesn't belong there. There's no answer, just that same quiet, heavy air pressing in around me. I step out of the room and pull the door closed behind me, my hand shaking a little as I turn the key and lock it. And I stand there for a second, staring at the handle, waiting for it to move, waiting for something to happen. Nothing does. I walk back to the office faster than I should, trying not to look over my shoulder, trying not to think about that sound, that breath. And when I get back inside, I lock the door behind me and go straight to the monitor. Room 12 is closed. The light is still on. Everything looks normal again. I sit down behind the desk and try to calm down, telling myself it was just my imagination, that the room was empty, that I checked everything. Then the door to room 12 opens again. I see it on the monitor, slow, deliberate, the handle turning, the door pulling inward just a few inches. There's no one there. No hand on the handle. No shadow. Just the door moving on its own. I lean forward, staring at the screen, my hands gripping the edge of the desk. The door stops halfway open, and then something steps into view. It's not like a person. It's too tall. Its head almost touches the top of the doorframe, and its body is wrong, stretched, like the shape of it doesn't match the space it's in, like it's forcing itself into something smaller than it should be. Its skin looks too dark, not like a shadow, but like something that absorbs the light around it. And its face, I can see its face. It's looking straight at the camera. Its eyes are open too wide. Its mouth hangs slightly open, and I can see something moving inside it, like its breath is dragging against itself. The sound comes through the monitor speakers, low and wet, like it's right next to me instead of outside. I freeze, staring at the screen, and it doesn't move. It just stands there in the doorway, looking at the camera, looking at me. No, that's not. My voice trails off because I don't know what I'm trying to say. The figure tilts its head slowly to the side, like it's listening. Then it steps back into the room. The door closes. The light above the door flickers, and then goes out. The screen goes dark for that camera. I sit there, not moving, not breathing, just staring at the monitor, waiting for it to come back on. After a few seconds, the feed returns. The door is closed. The light is off. Everything looks normal again. I don't move from the chair for a long time, just watching the screen, waiting for something else to happen. But nothing does. The rest of the motel is quiet. No footsteps. No sounds. Just the hum of the machines and the soft buzz of the lights. I tell myself I'm not going back out there, not going near that room again, not for anything. Then I hear the key hooks behind me. They start tapping against the wall, one by one, slow at first, then faster, like something is brushing against them. I turn around slowly, my chest tight, and I see the hook labeled 12 moving on its own, swinging back and forth. The key isn't there anymore. It's gone. I step back from the wall, my eyes locked on the empty hook. No, I locked it. The tapping stops. The room goes quiet again. Then the phone on the desk rings. I jump, my hand hovering over it for a second before I pick it up. Front desk? There's no answer. Just breathing. Slow. Heavy. I pull the phone away from my ear, my heart pounding, but I can still hear it, faint, coming from the receiver. Hello? Who is this? The breathing stops, and then I hear the door behind me, the one to the office. The handle starts to turn, slowly. I don't move. I can't. The lock clicks. The door opens just a little. Cold air slips into the room. I turn my head, just enough to see the edge of the door, and there's something on the other side. I can't see all of it, just part of its face. Too close to the gap, too still. I drop the phone, and it swings on its cord, hitting the desk as I stand up and back away, my hands shaking.
Stay out!
The door opens wider. It steps inside. It's taller than it looked on the camera, its body bending slightly to fit through the doorway, its head tilted at the same angle as before. Its eyes are locked on me. It takes a step forward. The room feels smaller, like the walls are closing in. I move back until I hit the counter, my hands searching for something, anything, but there's nothing there. Please don't. It stops, right in front of me, close enough that I can hear it breathing. No. Its head tilts again, like it's studying me, like it recognizes something. Then it reaches out. Its hand is too long. The fingers bend wrong. It grabs the edge of the counter and leans in closer. I can see its face clearly now, the way its skin stretches when it moves. The way its mouth opens wider than it should. The way its eyes don't blink. I try to move. I try to run. But I can't. My legs won't move. My body won't respond. All I can do is stand there and watch as it leans closer. Its face inches from mine. The sound fills the room, and then everything goes quiet. It doesn't touch me. It doesn't grab me. It just stands there, watching. And I understand. It doesn't need to do anything else, because I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. The door behind it closes. The lights flicker once, and the last thing I see is its face, still watching me, still waiting. If you're listening to this, then you already know some places don't stay empty. And if you ever find yourself alone in a roadside motel at night, don't check the room that isn't supposed to be occupied, because it might already be looking back at you. If you have a horror story of your own, please feel free to drop it in the comments section. You never know, the next story could be yours. Subscribe to The Vault so you don't miss what comes next.